have Idaho on our right, Oregon on our left, all day long. The Boundary River, we're right along the Pacific Mountain time zone change as well.
We want to thank our sponsors, Toyota and your Northwest Toyota dealers.
And Travel Baker County.
All right, so we are in Hell's Canyon, and joining us is
Dylan from Hell's Canyon Adventures.
So tell us about this. What do you guys do? What is this all about?
We operate daily trips via jet boat and whitewater rafting. Today we are on our Kirkwood adventure, which round trip is 54 miles long through Hell's Canyon.
And there's really no other way for a novice like me that doesn't have a raft to do this, because there's some pretty major rapids in it.
Correct. The only access down to this point is either hiking trails or by raft or jet boat.
So how long have you been doing this?
I've been guiding since 2005.
What is it about Hell's Canyon that drives people? Because we've never been here before. We've been here our whole life and never come down here.
It's a very rugged, remote area, so just getting away from the busyness of everyday life is a draw. There's great scenery all around, and of course being on the river with all the whitewater.
And the fishing is good too if people are fishermen.
Fishing is phenomenal if you're into that. It's one of the best smallmouth bass fisheries in the world.
But there's a big one out there too.
The white sturgeon grows over 10 feet long if you're lucky enough to catch one.
All right, so we are at the lunch spot on the Hell's Canyon tours. So is this just a summertime activity, or do you do it in the winter too?
Summertime, our season is usually from April until September.
Does it book up pretty fast?
Generally, July and August, we're booked pretty solid.
So what else should people know about Hell's Canyon? That you were talking about the Grand Canyon and it's got some special things here.
So yeah, the Grand Canyon's obviously much more well known, which comes with more people and more busyness. And Hell's Canyon, it's a place that is really special to me. I've worked here a long time, and it is the deepest canyon in North America. So that in itself is something to be said.
And how many rapids? Kind of tell people about the different rapids that are on the river.
The rapids vary from class 4, which would be the bigger stuff, to class 2 and 3 for mom and the kids if they don't want to go through the wilder stuff. We do a shorter trip that stays above Wild Sheep and Granite Rapids, which are the two biggest rapids on the river.
So what were you reading about what makes them special?
So I was reading something about how through regulations that people weren't allowed to raft on it anymore or something like this.
No, so Hell's Canyon is regulated use. There is only so many jet boats or rafts that can be on the water on any given day. Okay. So they are allowed. It's equal use, it's regulated use.
And what you guys do that's different though is you start at the deep section. So some outfitters start at the lower end, and you guys are starting where it gets really...
Yeah, we're starting right in it. We're the only outfitter that launches from Hell's Canyon Dam. All the other companies have to travel through the slower stretches of river, and some of them start outside of Hell's Canyon National Recreation Area to get to this point. And we are starting right in it.
And is this a family-owned business, and has it been in business for a long time?
The company itself has been in operation since the 70s, but the Yates family has owned it since 2001.
So last thing for you. So why is it important that people, especially Oregonians, understand that this is, while we're right on the corner of the state, it's an important part of our state. We see Mount Hood, we see, all the other things that are Paulina Crater, the different craters and stuff, but this doesn't get as viewed as much.
It's just a little farther out there. If you're willing to make the beautiful drive out to it, it will be well worth the drive. It is a spectacular place to be.
All right. Thanks. Let's go have lunch. Okay, so that's it for us on this. We want to thank our sponsors, Toyota and your Northwest Toyota dealers.
And Travel Baker County.
So we're going to get in the boat and go do the rest of the trip. And be sure and enter the contest, because you too could come out to this part of Oregon and enjoy yourself and see the wild and scenic parts of Oregon that you may have never seen before.